I'm Ross Palmer. Let's get into it.
What the?
In the WTFiest of WTF finds this week, cancer cells go up in flames thanks to this deep sea sugar. In case you ever feel that you can predict the future, just remember that somewhere in the deep sea right now is a bacteria that produces a long-chain sugar molecule called an exopolysaccharide that might cause cancer cells to commit suicide. It might be a groundbreaking treatment, actually, for leukemia. Now, we don't know more information right now, unfortunately, because Karen from HR accidentally dumped the entire batch of exopolysaccharide into her morning coffee looking for the office Splenda stash. In today's segment of God, Why Am I Helping Spread This Information? With AI's help, hackers today can find information on how to remotely trigger the brakes on many American trains. Scary. It's an open exploit, I guess, that has apparently been sitting right there in the open for over a decade, and no one seems to have done anything about it. Now picture this. You could be sitting on a train when all of a sudden the train abruptly stops. Well, nothing would happen right away, but a quarter of a mile to a mile later, you might spill some bourbon on your mustache.
Oh, darn it.
Rude. All right, this one's actually pretty cool. No one wants to whip out a drug testing kit on a sketchy first date just to make sure that no one slipped the date rape drug GHB into their drink. With this tattoo, it can change color when it comes into contact with the drug. The user just has to dip a finger into the drink and touch the tattoo. Now, that's awesome, right? A non-invasive and minimalistic way to avoid catastrophe and the handiwork of mega douches. Pretty sweet. I'm so excited that I've calibrated a special version just for me that detects when I have alcohol in my system.
Drunk.
In today's installment of Why Am I Working Like a Sucker, a man was awarded $12,500 after Google Street View captured him naked in his yard. The case was kicked around in Argentinian courts for a while before they finally settled on the idea that I guess a man has some kind of right to privacy being naked in his own yard as long as there's a fence. Well, his image was all over the internet, and Google's filters obviously weren't able to capture it, I suppose. Now, I don't know how you feel about this story, but let's see. Naked, yard, free money? Sounds like the new American dream to me. Now, you might say that the last thing anybody needs is a more addictive heroin, but Japan has just set a new internet speed record with transfers 4 million times faster than the average US broadband speeds, transmitting over 125,000 gigabytes of data per second. Now, there's somebody in Japan right now saying, let me just check my For You page, and done. I did it. I reached the end of the internet. I did it. It's over. I'm finally free. When auditioning for the role of billionaire, don't forget to check the cartoonish supervillain box on your application. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang, who looks here like Kermit the Frog just realizing he ate a whole sheet of acid by accident, recently said that he has plans to either change or eliminate every single person's job with AI. Well, that sounds fun. The article notes that in mid-2024, a study of 2,500 workers found that 77% reported decreased productivity and even higher workloads when using AI. Now, anybody who's spent sleepless nights using AI to fix AI's mistakes will easily understand this. Now, is it true? Is it fear-mongering? Only time will tell, but if it happens, place your bets right now. What's more likely? Huang becomes the first trillionaire, or you get a living wage to sit on your butt? An article in The Guardian asks, why does the online world seem so toxic compared with normal life? Our research shows that a small number of divisive accounts could be responsible, end quote. Now, this doesn't take into account the fact that bad bots might make up 30% or 37% of social media comments out there already today, often used to maliciously cause chaos and harm. Even still, a few loud human jerks are disproportionately responsible for the bad vibes on the internet these days, as just 10% of users produce roughly 97% of political tweets or X posts, whatever it's called. So with that in mind, I just want to say to you right now, hey, you're all right. I love you, man. Have a great day. You're going to be fine. No hate here. And on the lighter side, apparently mushrooms are joining the bid to replace human musicians on Spotify once and for all, as they are now making music as well. You know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Rick and Morty's human music.
Human music.
Yet another article wondering if ChatGPT is making us stupid. At least with Google, we had to look some stuff up and click around for a little bit to find things. Hell, we even had to read from time to time. Now, all the information is served to us on a platter, requiring very little thinking on our part. The result is the kind of dumbing down of our species that TV predicated decades ago. In unrelated news, an article asks whether Norway's richness is making the population increasingly bloated, unproductive, and unhealthy, which is also the title of my one-man show, premiering under the overpass of the 101 at midnight tonight. Now, if you happen to be Norwegian and a ChatGPT user, watch out, because statistically, you are already a vegetable. Some kind of revolution is happening all around us. If you don't stop to read hundreds of tech headlines, you might miss it.